Friends, real quick, trying not to talk too much. Hi, Judy, Annie, Rosemary. Who else we got? Martina, love you guys. Judy, I gotta make sure I got everybody here. You guys are so wonderful and so supportive. I really appreciate all of you. I'll try to catch up with the rest of you later. I think that's all we have so far this morning. But welcome, you guys. Great to see you all. Make sure I said Deanne. I don't know if I said Deanne. Anyway, my name's Guy. This is Now That's Clever. So let me ask you something, and this is incredibly clever. I just got a brand new Netgear router about 3 weeks ago. I will tell you, best purchase I have made in the last year. It has sped up my internet so much. My son Danny, before he went to college, was like, oh my God, Dad, Xbox, it's so much better. That router is amazing. So why are we offering you a router? Well, first of all, the router that you get from the cable company is a base model. It's not very powerful. And if you're saying, well, my internet is slow, there's no such thing as slow internet. It's how you receive the internet, how you trap the internet, and that's what your router does. You get a very basic router when you get cable. Maybe you've got an older router that you bought yourself. If I told you we could increase 3, 4, 5 times the speed of your router, not only that, but enable you to have more devices in your home, cover those dead zones in your home, and it was less than $100, you'd probably be very interested, right? Well, let me introduce you to our product. It's called the Netgear AX1800. Okay? This one is actually even more powerful than mine. What it is a multi-directional router. You have these antennas that go everywhere, right? You take your old router out, you plug this in. Within relative seconds, you're gonna notice that your downloading is faster, your Wi-Fi is quicker, you're not gonna get that weird sort of tiling on your TV. So here's what I'll tell you. If you wanna try it, 30 days, if it does not increase the speed, the capacity of that old router, you can always send it back. Here to explain all the bells and whistles is my good friend, my buddy, Joe Harrison. Hi, Joe.
Hey, good morning, guys. You know, you had a great explanation for it. It's like that wow moment when you plug this in, and everything's faster. It is so good. But the one thing, Guy, you got wrong though.
What?
I'll tell you, the one thing you missed out was when you said this will make your internet 3, 4, 5 times faster.
Yeah, go higher.
This is actually 33 times faster than the most common router that's out there in America. And here's the bad thing about it. You know, back in like the teen years of back 2011, 12, 13, 14, that's when we all first started getting wireless in our house. And our internet company came out and put this device in our house. Now the internet speeds keep getting faster, but when was the last time they replaced that box? You're probably using the most common router in America, which was designed back in 2011. Yep. We're talking 10 years old. And guys, this is what it looks like. It's flat. There's no antennas at all. The antenna is built inside, so it automatically loses part of the signal right there. And it was only designed to connect to one device at a time. So as our life grows in the last 10 years, you start thinking about, well, what do we have in our house that connects to this router? Well, it's our cell phones, it's our tablets, it's our computers, it's our smart homes. Do we have Alexas? Do we have Google Homes? We have all these different devices. They all connect to this. So guys, right, as soon as you switch this out, everything now gets faster. Phones get faster, internet gets faster, streaming Netflix and Hulu, that all gets faster. But because it has 1, 2, 3 antennas, this one is different. This is actually designed to now connect to up to 20 devices at the same time, and nobody has any power loss at all. I'll say it again. The old technology has one antenna, connects to one device at a time. Because this one has multiple antennas and newer technology, this can connect to 20 devices at the same time, and everybody gets that speed that is now up to 33 times faster. It is incredible. So now when you think about your house, how many times are you sitting down, you're trying to watch a movie from Netflix, the kids are on YouTube, someone else is on the Xbox, the internet goes down to a crawl, you're thinking, oh, the cable company must be out. It's not the cable company, it's what's delivering the internet to your home, and that is your router. That's why it's so important to upgrade. And if you haven't upgraded your router since the start of the pandemic, about 2020, this is at least 4 times faster than that router you could have bought back in 2020. This is really mind-blowing technology because this is the brand new Wi-Fi 6. This is as good as it gets. It helps for the multiple streaming. It helps for now up to 20 devices. But Guy, more importantly, We want internet, we want it fast. This is now up to
Yeah.
33 times faster than the most common router in America.
And look at the sale price. We dropped, it's
Incredible.
$30 off. It's free shipping. I will tell you, the pleasure you will get in all of a sudden, and you'll know, because you know, it's funny, because I bought my last one off Joe about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I finally was like, I gotta try this. Joe, I gotta tell you, I was so happy. And Danny, he's like, I said, Danny, how's Xbox back there? Because he always had a broken signal. He just walked out, he's like, oh my gosh, this router is so awesome. So I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but you know, Joe, all the electronics that we use, where we need to get a Wi-Fi signal, right? Where we need, you know, something reliable, that we have so many items in our home, and you mentioned them, like our phones, our TVs, our gaming systems, right? And so it's a real, like, crucial part of the function of our home is this box right here. But we settle because the company, you know, well, the cable company, and by the way, you know, they're not giving you a free router. It's included in your cable bill. So you're not even getting much of a deal out of it. So to spend $99 and for year after year to be able to get that much better service, right? And Joe, there's no fees, right? It's just one and done.
No fees whatsoever. When you think about that old technology, my cable company charges me $9 a month plus tax in order to rent a device, rent a router. Again, this device is over 10 years old. But the thing is, in just the course of a year, I'm getting rid of that old technology because I'm not paying for that cable fee, and you own this. Now, this is how simple this is to get this in your house if you're complaining about slow internet. So from your wall, there's a coax cable that then goes into what they call modem. This unscrambles the signal, so then you can get internet, and then you can end up getting television in your house. Now that plugs in to your router and has a little bit larger of a telephone line. You unplug that line, and then on the back of your Netgear, there's only one square that is yellow. You plug that in there, it says the internet on it. Now you have physically installed the router. All right, the next step, this is very simple. So that might take 5 minutes. The next step's gonna take 5 minutes as well. Watch out for this card. It really is as simple as 1, 2, 3. It is an app that you download, and the reason why there is an app behind it, because there are a lot of bad guys that are trying to hack into security, or into your router. So Netgear has part of the Netgear Armor cyber protection on here. We're setting up a password for you. We're making sure your neighbors don't steal your Wi-Fi. You can even set up parental controls as well. That will take you 5 minutes to do. Even if you just do the simple part where it says, I want to have a password, and that's it. That's all it takes. It's just about a couple minutes to set up your Wi-Fi password, and then you're done. You instantly see that you instantly see that faster speed because you set up that brand new router. Now, as you're looking at this thinking, I'm still not sure if I'm going to be able to set this up myself. You rely on the cable company to do it. Well, Netgear has a dedicated phone number just for HSN customers, and for 90 days, call as much as you want to. They will walk you through that setup. There's the phone number on the side there. They'll answer any question that you have. It really is as simple as unplugging the old, plugging in the new, walking through the app. Even if you want to call them up just to make sure you're getting the fastest possible speeds, you got it there too. And then instantly you're going to get that benefit of now having 33 times faster speed. And how do we say that is that really possible? Well, the old router, the most common router in America, operates at 54 megabytes of speed. Think of it like miles an hour of a car, 54 megabytes. Now, this one operates at 1,800 megabytes. It's like going from riding down the highway to a supersonic jet. Like, you're seeing these incredible speeds now because you have that. Plus, because this has multiple antennas, guys, this is one of my favorite features. You rarely are staying still when you're using the Wi-Fi. You might be on the couch, you're going to be on your tablet, you're walking around the house. This, as soon as they connect to a device, say you're on your tablet and you're sitting on the couch, and then you want to go to the kitchen, but you still want to be able to be connected, these antennas actually send a beam to that device. So if I get up off the couch, I walk to the other part of the house, that beam is still following me around there to make sure I am constantly connected. So Guy, not only get the speed, we get the range, and now you get that new beam forming. So now once you're connected, you're going to be always connected.
Yeah, and I'll show you up close what Joe's talking about. So this allows you, and with your regular router, you know, it's funny, my old router, before I would sometimes move it thinking that would help. but that's ridiculous because you've got a singular internal antenna that's not really going to do anything. With this, you can adjust. So like, let's say you have a lot of electronics on one side of your house. You may want to put both antennas on one side, kind of facing that way. So like in my house, you know, there's more on this side. So you can adjust that until you get the best signal. Plus, you have the app, Joe, so you can actually check and check all the details of your Netgear router. You don't have that now. Right now, all you have is the cable company's cheapo router. And you're wondering why. You'll watch a TV show. And Joe, this was one of my big problems. You know, Danny had his own issues with Xbox. My issue was my signal in my TV. I'd be watching the show, and all of a sudden, you know, the show would freeze. And then it would pick up 3 seconds later. Then it would freeze again. And then there was something called tiling where all this, and I was like, that's my internet signal. So that was affecting me. And you know what I would have to do, Joe? The only thing that would help a little, I would have to turn all the electronics off. Like I'd hit the cable box and turn everything off and reboot it. Did you ever reboot? It takes like 15 minutes for your TV to come back, right?
It's horrible. But that's what you have to do, and that's kind of what we've lived with, is having slow internet inside the house. And the major culprit is really the router. It is the internet that comes from the cable company is so fast, but it only goes out as fast as that router delivers to your house. So if you're here thinking about this is what it's going to solve for you. First off, it's going to give you faster speeds. It's also going to get rid of those dead zones too, because there are always pockets in your house that you have really weak signals. It's because there's only one antenna built in there. This one is sending the signal out in 3 different paths. There's actually even a quad-core processor that's built inside that is switching the speeds to the antennas to make sure whatever you're connected, it's getting the fastest possible speed. It's really incredible technology. However, when you get this at home, as soon as you plug it in, it makes your computers faster. It makes your tablets faster. It makes your television faster. If you're sitting there with the computer and you're checking your email, you're getting online and you're frustrated by it and you're wondering, why is this so slow? And for a lot of us, we think, oh, I got to go buy a new computer. Well, that's not the problem with the internet. The internet problem is your wireless router. And this one is really as fast as it comes because it is the brand new Wi-Fi 6. The coverage you're getting on here is up to 1,500 square feet. It also penetrates rooms outside as well. Because now when you start thinking about what do we have outside the house, not just inside, but do you have Arlo security cameras? Do you have a Ring doorbell?
Oh,
We have
yeah.
all these amazing technologies outside. And sometimes, guy, we try to pull up the video camera, and you're like, I don't see my camera. Where's the video feed? You don't get it at all. It's because your router can't handle it. Get rid of the old router from your cable company, and, guy, you'll see those 33 times faster speeds instantly.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. We are very busy. I knew we would be. It takes people a little bit to kind of understand what this product actually does. But as Joe said, if you use a cell phone, if you watch a TV, if you play any kind of video games or your kids or grandkids do, right? If you have cameras, internal cameras, external cameras, right? Hardly any electronic device that gets a signal from the outside needs to use a router, right? And if you're using a very basic one, like all those expensive electronics that you bought, right? You know, your $1,000 phone, your $2,000 TV, none of that is worth anything if you can't get a signal to come through it properly. $25 to try it, okay? 25 bucks a month. It's 4 payments, but you only got to pay 25. Ship it out. Try it. Hook it up. Joe showed you. There's only one yellow box there. You take the yellow cord, take it out of the old one, and you pop it right there. It's pretty much all that you need to do, and then you plug it in. That's all you got to do. And then you get the app, and then the app will lead you through. And now you have taken control. I think the thing is, Joe, is people think, oh, a router, I don't even know what that is. That's the cable's problem. It's not. If you're not getting great TV reception or you're not getting, all your devices are working improperly, you have to do something about it. And that's what this is, Joe. That's what it is.
Well, I get frustrated too because I'll see commercials on TV that show from the cable company. They're talking about how fast the internet is. But when you think about the cable company installed a router in your house, when did they do that? Did they do that 2 years ago? Did it 5 years ago? 10 years ago? They always talk about the faster speeds. However, they're not coming out and changing out your router. This is the most popular router in America. It was designed in 2011, which is crazy to think about. 10-year-old technology is the most popular one, but it's because the cable company doesn't come out and give you a newer version of it. And my cable company charges me almost $10 a month for that old technology. It might be a little bit more, a little less for you, but it's a monthly bill that you're getting. And when you see the cost of your router, for me at $10 a month, in less than a year, I'll pay for and get rid of this old technology, and I'll get a router that now does so much more. A router that was designed in the last year. And if you haven't upgraded your router in the last 2.5 years, this I can guarantee is faster than that, because before this, they had something called wireless 5. This is now 4 times faster than even the routers 2.5 years ago. But compared to this one, the most common router, this is now 33 times faster.
Yeah.
It's a lot of numbers, but what it means is when you plug it in, man, you see faster internet speeds, you see faster streaming speeds, because the problem you run into is the routers are limited to how much internet they can send throughout the entire house. So you only have a certain amount of internet, what they call bandwidth. But when you're getting online, but then your kids get online, and somebody else gets online, then we all start watching movies at the same time. That's when we run into problems. But as you see here, your router's right there in the middle. Because this has 3 antennas, this is designed to now connect to up to 20 devices at the same time. The old version had 1 antenna that connects to 1 device at a time. Now with Wi-Fi 6, it's all the same devices. It's sending out that multiple stream to make sure everybody's connected. So it doesn't matter if you're on a phone. It doesn't matter if you're using your security camera. It doesn't matter if you're on Roku, someone else is on Apple TV. Everybody has that efficient internet, because look at the top. It's sending out 5 different streams, where the bottom one can only connect to 1 at a time. So guys, there's rarely a thing that I can really say will have a true impact on your day than plugging in your router, because there's about 29 devices in the house that connect to the internet. This is going to give everybody that high speed.
Hey, I'm into anything that can reduce frustration. You can't buy.
Sure.
It's hard to put a price on frustration, right? And this is, it really is. As you get older, you're like, oh, I just, time is money. I don't want to wait. All right, I'm running out of time. So if you want to get it done quickly, this is the way to do it. Joe, hey Joe, you're coming up a little bit with Fix Me Stick, right?
I do. Got a great offer coming up with Fix Me Stick. Lifetime deal.
I think it's the best deal we've ever done on Fix Me Stick. That's coming up in a little bit. All right. Real quick, I want to say hi to Kathy. Hi, Kathy O'Leary, my buddy. Maria's with us today. All my other favorites.